In a TV series, when an important character dies, it's a moment that has an impact on the series. It shapes the series as a whole and it gives the series much more context. And when it is done right, it can leave a lasting impact on the audience. And this death in this series was a moment that had a very big impact on the audience. I know it had an impact on me. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In this video, I want to talk about Helen's death scene in Ozark, season 3, episode 10. Before I go far, if you've not seen that episode or if you don't want anything spoiled for you, this is your spoiler warning. Go watch that episode and come back and watch this video. But if you've seen the video, let's get into it. Helen was a character that was interesting to watch. She was a character that was constantly antagonizing the main characters, the birds, and she had become a very big player in the series as a whole. And when this death came, it was a shocking death because it was not expected and it was a very gruesome death. For some context, the birds and Helen have been clashing for some time now, and they find out that Navarro is going to discard one of them. Navarro is the man that they are working for, this drug lord that they are working for, and he's either going to dispose of the birds or he's going to dispose of Helen. For a while now, these two parties have been trying to hand favor with Navarro to make them see how important they are. And for a lot of people, I know for me, I was already afraid that I was going to dispose of the birds. And the birds are the main character. And this was the last episode in the show. So it made sense that, okay, could dispose of the birds and they could end the series like that. So me personally, I was thinking it was going to be a very gruesome end for the birds. When they got to Navarro's house, they all met Navarro and he greeted them. And one thing I noticed in this scene, the look on all of them's faces was telling something, was telling a story. On Ellen's face, Ellen was having a smug look on her face, like she knows that, oh, these fuckers here, they are dying. Like, so she had this smug look on her face, like, yeah, I'm going to watch you guys die. And you can see the look on Wendy's face. Wendy was actually smiling. Why was Wendy smiling? Like, does Wendy know something that we don't know? Or maybe she's just happy to see Navarro, and that's why she was smiling. And the look on Marty's face, Marty was just indifferent. It was like, I don't even want to be here, but I'm here, and fuck this thing. Like, you can just see the indifference on their face. And I like that they all had different looks on their face. Wendy smiling, Helen looking smug, and Marty just indifferent to the whole thing. And there's another little detail in this opening. But Navarro does not look at Helen. He only looks at the birds. And thinking back on it now, it is like Navarro had already down that Helen is already a dead person, so there's no point in looking at a dead person. Like, so he does not even pay any attention. He just looks at the birds and he greets the birds. Like, it's a very, very subtle detail. I only saw it when I was watching. Like, he does not pay any attention to Helen. I like that instance. It's like, there's no point in looking at a dead person now. That's what I was thinking was his reasoning for that. And it actually makes sense to me that that's why he did not look at Helen. So, the scene progresses and a hand just comes out from outside the frame. I love that shot. I love that we don't see the person that kills her, but we know the person that kills her, but we don't see the person in the frame. We just see a hand coming into the frame and blasting her. That thing to me says that anybody could have been the one that pulls the trigger, just that someone is going to pull the trigger. There doesn't have to be a face, there doesn't have to be a particular person. Anybody can pull that trigger. Someone that could even be your friend could be the one that will pull the trigger. And in this case, the someone as a friend that pulled the trigger. So the fact that Ihan just came out from the frame without us seeing anybody and killing Helen was something that I really liked. It was a very, very nice detail to the show. And it shoots Helen in the head and Helen just slumps down. Blood splashes on Marty and Wendy and you could see the look on their face like, what? What did I just witness? And one thing in this thing is that the look that was on Helen and Marty's face is the same look that was on the audience face. I know I was shocked. Like, yo! What? It was a very, very shocking scene. And man, just seeing Helen just slump dead like that was like, whoa. You could even see how shaking Marcy and Wendy were. Like, just looking at her body, like, someone that was just alive now and dead just like that. Whew. Navarro is one cold alien motherfucker. And speaking of Navarro, he goes towards the bed. He just looks at her casually and steps over her. Like, that was some cold shit. He just looked at her like, what? Like, that thing is so cold. Like, just looking at her dead body and just glancing away and stepping over her body like another one bites the dust. Like, he doesn't even care. He doesn't even emote. No emotions. He just looks at her, looks back up, and steps over her and goes towards the bed. Then he says to the bed, today, well, today is the beginning. And he just hugs them. He hugs them like he's hugging his toys. Like, you know when a child has a toy that the child likes so much, and the child just holds the toy so hard to himself. I feel like that is how Navarro was holding them. He was hugging them like his toys. And because he's a much smaller man, he had to just reach to them and just bring them to him and hold them like his toys. And if you think about it, they are his toys because their life is in his hands. He can choose to wipe them out just like that. And he's the one that chooses to let them live. Their lives is in his hands and He's their master. They are his toys. That was a very, very subtle thing that I really liked. The way he hugged them was so, whew, it was a power play. That hug was something special that made this scene so much better. And the fact that they were all splattered in blood, like it just adds more to the context. Like all of them are covered in blood and they are hugging themselves like we're all in this together. Like, yo, that scene was incredible. That hug always gets me anytime I watch this scene. And after he says that and he hugs them, a song starts playing in the background, signifying the end of the episode. And that song that was playing was yo, it was like a gangster song, like dum da dum dum dum. Fuck! That song was so badass. Like that song was the right song to play in this place. Like it's like Navarro playing a song for them. Like this is my house, bitches. You're my puppets, bitches. Fuck! That song that played at the end was fantastic. It just rounded up the whole thing so well. And this scene was the final scene in the season. It was the perfect way to round up. The plot points that have been established during the season, it rounded them up perfectly and it set up some new crazy things that are going to come in the new season. Like that is how you do a season finale, and they did it so well. This season finale was one of the best season finales in this show. It was crazy. It captured everything that would come to love on this show. The unexpectedness, the crazy gruesome deaths, and the chaos of it all. Man, this scene was a fantastic scene. So did you guys see Helen's death in Ozark season 3 episode 10? What do you think about it? Comment below and let me know. This is your first time on my channel, my guy, please subscribe to my channel for more contents like this. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Cheers.